So guys, let me walk y'all through what's been going on. I've been under the weather, so I haven't been doing very many videos. I've been tired. I did fix the van. I got the transmission filter and the pan changed out. And let me take y'all and show y'all what's going on with that. This
Crazy mother.
Well, we got to start it and move it to check the transmission fluid in it in order to warm it up, get it working here. So yeah, let's back it up and see if it's leaking, because that was my main concern, is to keep it from leaking transmission fluid. It's sitting overnight. Looks like 0 leaks, which is really good. It is currently, I'm getting the sucker ready. I got the ice chute back here to go camping. We're not supposed to be camping this weekend. It's going to be sometime next weekend. Yeah, I'm probably going to wait until Sunday, like the 11th or something. Sunday or Monday, to go camping. And y'all will come along with me whenever I go camping. But let's drive this around and then see how it shifts. And then I'll check the transmission fluid. It's warmed up. It seems to be shifting real good. Whenever I drain the transmission fluid, I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's not good. It looks like chocolate milk. And it had a lot of clutch material inside the transmission fluid, which is pretty normal. And that's not something you want on newer cars. Like this is a 98. On newer vehicles, if you were to change the transmission fluid and it looks the way that looks with all the clutch material and stuff in it, you can pretty much guarantee your new vehicle would be transmission fixing to go bye-bye. The reason why this transmission specifically is it's okay to have the clutch material and stuff in it. 4L60E, the transmission that's in this, and in the bigger trucks they put 4L80Es. This is rated to handle up to 320 horsepower, because they rate the transmissions, how heavy duty they are for the engines that are in the vehicles. 4L80E are rated for anything that's close to 500 horsepower. And the way these transmissions work, they're a little bit different from like a manual transmission or some of the newer transmissions. They have cylinders in there with these clutch bands on them, and whenever it has 2 solenoids in it that run second gear and fourth gear. So first and third actually are mechanically controlled, and then second and fourth are actually controlled by 2 electronic solenoids. And the way they work, guys, is the solenoid kicks in, like first gear is just first gear. You put it in a gear and it shifts manually in the first gear. The second gear, whenever the computer tells it to shift, the solenoid kicks on and squeezes this clutch band. The clutch band looks like a strap that goes around this big cylinder. So the solenoid kicks that on and it squeezes that, and if the fluid clutch in there engages the clutch band, engages the planetary gears in there, and the sun gears shift, and then the cylinder on the outside, the clutch grabs that and makes those gears spin. The sun gear with all the planetary gears around it. And when it shifts in the fourth, or when it shifts in the third gear, valve body looks like a maze, and then they got a gasket that sits on top of it that's got little holes in it. Where these check balls go on that gasket, and when pressure gets up to certain pressure, little check ball will push out and close a different valve. When it does that, it shifts it into third, and then whenever the computer tells it to shift into fourth, the second solenoid kicks in and it activates the other clutch band on the inside of the transmission. I know that's a crazy explanation on how stuff works. Transmissions sound real complicated. They're not as bad as you would think. Manual transmissions are. I like manual transmissions a lot better than I like automatic transmissions because they're less complicated. Pardon the engine noise. We're going to check this transmission fluid here. You see that? It's barely showing on the cold mark, so it's barely showing right there. So from the cold mark to the hot mark up here, that's actually about a half quart. That means I need transmission fluid. So, probably later today, I'm probably going to go get transmission fluid put in here. Anyways, guys, that's what's been going on. This is going to be a quick vlog. I'm going to go ahead and go in there and answer the Q&A, answer y'all's questions. Alright, see you in a second. And before we do that, guys, I'm going to keep the iguana. Figure out a way to put the camera down. Down here. Here he is. Yes. Hi, pretty lizard. What are you doing? Hi, pretty lizard. Grapes. Grapes. Okay, back to the Q&A, guys. Okay, guys, I hope that get to the Q&A. I'm going to start with Liam's question. Leo Pinero. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Liam. If you haven't checked out his channel, there'll be a link in the description below. I'm going to go ahead and link everybody's channel. If they have videos up, if they don't have videos up and they ask a question, then there's no point in checking out the channel if they don't have any content on it. His question is, he said, I'm wondering, why reptiles? Why were you drawn to them more so than any other type of animal? I love them too, but I'm curious as why you've chosen to devote so much of your life to them. It's certainly incredible to see. Well, before I went to school for automotive technology, when I was going to go to college, I was going to originally go to college to be a herpetologist, which studies reptiles and amphibians and things. I could not find a college that actually had a herpetology program. The more I got into it and looking throughout it, the only way for me to get a job that was associated with herpetology was if I lived near a zoo or something. So that's the main reason why I was way into reptiles to begin with. And I still study a lot of herpetology stuff. Just I do that in my free time because I want to know it more than I want a degree in it. And I'll put a link to Leo's channel. He's got a great channel. I'll put a link down below. This one's from Jahua Rubik's. This guy does his channel's full of him doing Rubik's cubes and puzzles. His question is, if and when you get a much larger reptile room / building, do you think you'll ever get a larger pet like a water monitor for a bigger snake like a Burma or a bigger snake like a Burma or a reef. If I do happen to get a bigger reptile room, the answer to your question is yes. If I do get a bigger room or a bigger building, I probably am gonna keep probably a couple of retics. I don't know about a Burmese python, but the answer to your question is yes. I will leave a link to this channel down below. Okay, this next question is from PH Vlogger. This is one of my favorite vlog channels. I mean, I'll put a link below. You can check out his channel. The question is, he says, you're good with that guitar. I want to know the story of the pink one. And I don't know if you can see the pink one. The pink one's back here. I'll show you the pink one. This pink guitar right here, I actually just built for my daughter. I was going to airbrush her name up here, so I removed it. It was an Austin. The brand name of the guitar was an Austin. I actually sanded off the brand name, and I was going to put her name Sarah right there with some flowers. And she lost interest in the guitar. She plays keyboard and the piano now, so she kind of lost interest in the guitar. So it ended up in here, and it's a great guitar. I did build it for her. The knobs I put on for her, the pickup covers I put on for her. The tuning heads have been changed. Anyways, that's the story of the pink guitar. The next question is from Bray Triene Gibbons. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Question is, are you married and do I have any kids? Yes, I am married. I've been married to my best friend for almost 13 years now. I have 3 kids. I have an 11-year-old girl, that's my oldest. Her name is Sarah. And I have twins, and there's 6. The twins is Salvador Lopez the 4th. I'm the 3rd. And my son is the 4th. My grandpa's senior, my dad's junior, I'm the 3rd, and little Sal is the 4th. The youngest twin, she's younger by a minute. Her name is Catherine. We call her Katie. I call her Katie Cat. Next question is from Zach Sign. He says, questions, I got one. What's your view on snakes in tubs? I keep all mine in tubs, and you keep yours in terrariums. I was just wondering what you thought about it. Also, how old is too old to start learning to play guitar, and what can I expect in the beginning? Well, to answer the thing about the snakes in the tubs, I personally don't keep snakes in tubs because you can't show off your snakes if they're in tubs. If you're a snake breeder or you have limited space, I understand that you keep the snakes in tubs. Ball pythons and stuff like that, the terrestrial snakes, the ones that kind of dig and hide, I see no problem keeping them in tubs, but there's some snakes that you just don't need to have in tubs. One of those snakes is carpet pythons. I don't believe they need to be put in Tupperware containers. And green tree pythons, pretty much any arboreal species, I'm way against keeping them in tubs. And what sucks about that is it's easier to keep humidity up in tubs. So that's my view on tubs. If it's for you, it's for you. It's not for me. I would rather show off my animals, or at least be able to see them in their enclosures. As for the guitar, you're never too old to learn anything. For example, when I was going to college, there was a gentleman in there that was 72 in my class. He audited the classes. He just wanted to learn how to work on cars because he said he wanted to be able to fix his Pontiac Fiero that he had. Why a Pontiac Fiero? He's got me, because that's a really ugly car. You're never too old to learn anything. I learn new stuff all the time. And the other question that he said, what can he expect in the beginning? Well, at the beginning of learning how to play guitar, you're going to realize real quick that it hurts your fingers, it hurts your hands. If you can get past that, you'll learn how to play guitar. A lot of the students I had whenever I actually taught guitar, quit for that straight fact. That's part of the reason why my daughter quit. She said it hurts my fingers. Well, that's part of it. You gotta work past that. Once you get past the part where it hurts your fingers, the rest of it's really easy. Zach's other question that he added on the bottom was also, is the bass or guitar harder to play? There's a big misconception about bass and bass being easier to play than guitar. No, depends on what guitar you're playing, what you're planning to play on the guitar or the bass. Perfect example, if you haven't heard of the band Rush, check out Geddy Lee's playing on the bass. I personally like Rush a whole bunch. Try to learn some of their bass lines, and it's beyond me. Guitar, when it comes to guitar, bands like Mr. Big, pretty much any band Paul Gilbert's been in, Racer X, Petrucci's bands like Dream Theater, stuff like that. If you go listen to that stuff, or one of my favorite bands in the whole world, Polyphia, if you check out the song Crush, you'll see that bass and guitar can be really hard, really complicated. I say pick whatever you want to learn how to play and learn how to play it. I play, if it's got strings on it, I pretty much play it. I don't know if you've seen, I have a violin over there in the corner. I can play the violin. I have a cello back there. I can kind of play the cello. I used to have 2 stand-up basses. I can play the stand-up bass. That's one of my favorite instruments to play is the stand-up bass. It's all a matter of how much motivation you have and if you really want to learn how to play that instrument. Next question comes from Create Daily. He says, my questions would be, how did you get into making YouTube videos and how long have you been making them? I actually started making YouTube videos for fun. Whenever I record a video and then edit it and post it on my YouTube channel and I get to see what I made, I think it's great. When you do those complicated edits, I'm pretty sure you're proud about it whenever you're done. It was pretty neat to see you record something and you change it completely and make it really entertaining. I just find it fun. As for the how long have I been making the videos, I've had my channel for I think 2.5 years now. Okay, this next question is from I'm Ethan97. This question is, you know how with dogs and cats, etc., you can have proper relationships with them, as in they know when you're feeling down and they will respond to their name and you can train them? Do snakes work like that? No. The quick answer is no. A snake is pretty much a snake. It has no idea that it's your pet. The only intelligent snakes I've seen, the species that I've seen, is the dry marchon, which that's the scientific name, the indigo snakes. Indigo snakes are probably some of the most intelligent snakes I've ever seen, and they kind of act like they know what's going on. I don't think it's more of a cat or dog thing. I think cats and dogs have a lot more intelligence. When it comes to lizards, though, lizards can be exactly like a dog or a cat. Proof is my iguana. My iguana knows that her name is Isabella. She will come to me, and she is like a big brat. She will climb on me, and I will pet her like a dog, and she will lay by me. Big lizards like tegus and monitors and such, they can be trained like a dog or a cat, and I think they have more intelligence to them. That's the end of the Q&A, guys. I'm going to go ahead and try to edit this because I think we're going on about 30 minutes right now, and I'm going to edit it down to where it's not 30 minutes long. Guys, that concludes the Q&A. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, guys, I'll see you on my next video. This
crazy mother...